Hello, everybody out there. Excuse me. So for today's video, I wanted to do a video on fat burners. Recently had a friend who's starting a diet reach out and ask me what I recommend, when I recommend it, how much, all that jazz. So they're starting a diet, like I said, so they came to me looking for some advice, and that's pretty much what I told them. So I'm gonna start off with kind of like when I think you should utilize fat burners in a diet, as well as kind of like what I would recommend as far as fat burning products on the back end as well. It's not really that I feel like I need to give myself credibility, but I can confidently tell you that I have taken pretty much every fat burning supplement that I can possibly think of. Short of like speed or methamphetamines, I have taken stuff that helps you burn fat, whether it's been natural supplements, not natural supplements, gray market supplements, and we'll just stay with gray market supplements that are not illegal, but not legal. So I have done pretty much everything there is to do because I've always wanted to try it, see what works, see what doesn't work, see how I feel on different things, and really kind of have a better idea of what I'm going to recommend for people to take if they ask me the question, and also what's best for me to take. Because I think if I'm being 100% honest, everything is going to be individual. I know no one ever wants to hear that, but it's the same thing with building muscle as it is with burning fat. There are certain supplements that will work wonders for some people based on their genetics, and for other people's, it will not work. Same thing for energy supplements. So you really got to understand that these recommendations are my sole opinions. I am not a medical doctor. I didn't really plan on putting this in here, but this isn't medical advice. So take everything at your own peril. I won't give you guys dosages because I just don't think that's morally correct. Everybody's different. And if I give you dosages for myself and you're a 120-pound female and you take what I take for fat burning stuff, then you might have a heart attack and die. So I'm going to leave dosages out. But again, not medical advice, so take it if you want to take it. Do your own research. I always recommend that. Don't just listen to somebody on YouTube or read an article and be like, yeah, I'm going to take this supplement. I'm going to go take ephedrine because they said take ephedrine and that burns a lot of fat. I've taken ephedrine. Shit's scary. Makes your heart freak out. So I would really recommend doing your research regardless of what I say or anybody else tells you. So to jump into it, as far as I'm concerned, I would really recommend, like what I told my friend, is with fat burners, it's not something you want to do right away. If you're starting a diet, you're trying to lose fat, burn fat, whatever it may be, and let's say you have a goal like they want to get in shape before June because they want to be in shape before summer, so they're thinking ahead because we're in April, so they have a few months to go. So I let her know that my number one recommendation is you need to give yourself about 60 to 90 days before I would really recommend taking anything. And even then, if you're still making steady progress at 60 to 90 days, I still wouldn't take it. And by steady progress, I'm saying a pound to 2 pounds plus a week of fat loss. If you're still maintaining that, you don't need to add a fat burner in, because all you're going to do if you add a fat burner in is tax your body, tax your adrenals, and you're going to be speeding up a process that's probably already going as fast as it can be going. So think about this. If your car can max speed go 150 miles per hour and you throw a turbo on there and you're already going 150 and you think that the turbo is going to make it go faster, your car's just going to explode. So the same thing with your body, so it's not going to explode. It's going to you're not going to speed the process up, and you're going to do more damage to your body than you need to be doing, because regardless of what anybody tells you, any type of stimulant fat burners are going to have micro damage to your body, especially if you're doing higher dosages. So just be aware of that as well. So really what you want to do as far as timing is you want to wait until you're hitting a plateau and you're not really losing weight at a consistent pace anymore. The reason being is that twofold. First of all, if you hit a plateau, you take a fat burner and it works, great. You're going to break through that plateau. It's going to help you continue the fat burning process, and you're going to keep on losing weight, hopefully at the same pace, if maybe not a little bit faster than you were before you hit your plateau. Now, on the backside of why it's helpful is if you are hitting a plateau, you add in a fat burner supplement or like a multi-supplement blend for fat burning. Excuse me. If it doesn't work, you're gonna know. Because if you're in a plateau and you take a supplement that's supposed to help with fat burning and you don't burn more fat, you don't lose more weight, the scale number isn't going down, you don't look better in the mirror, whatever the fuck you do to track your progress, you're gonna know this supplement doesn't work for me. Now, that might mean the supplement's dog shit and it doesn't work for anybody and it's just really good branding, labeling, whatever it may be. Or it's possible that it might just not be something that really like ebbs and flows with your body, so you might need to try something else. So those are the two reasons why. You don't want to be using it before you're in a plateau, because you don't want to add more gas or another part to your car to go faster when you're already going as fast as you can go. And also you want to see if the car part, the gas you're putting in your car, is actually working effectively, because if it's not, then why would you want to keep taking a supplement when you're not in a plateau, never know if it's working, and then you hit a plateau and you're like, oh, I need to take more stuff now. And now you're doubling down, tripling down, taking another supplement, a different type. Now you're taking 2 supplements for fat burning. So it's just smarter to wait and really think about what you're doing. So from there, that kind of explains like the when to take it. As far as how to take it, I would obviously tell you to follow the labels on the bottles. I would tell you to follow the research studies that you see. Don't think to yourself like another great fat burning thing that works a lot for men and women actually, really with like stubborn fat. And again, this isn't a science channel, so I'm never going to go into like the specifics of like how something works. If someone wants to know how something specifically works, you can DM me or message me or throw a comment and I'll reach out to you, because I can break it down, but I don't want to give this in-depth overview for specific things, because that's not the point of the channel. The point is to actually just give like generalistic information. If people want to know more, they can ask. But yohimbine is another really, really good one that helps target stubborn body fat. But again, I've had people that I've met before who ask me like, hey man, like how much should I take? And I tell them, okay, you take this much yohimbine. They take it, they have really good results. And then, you know, a month or two later, they tell me, oh yeah, I stopped taking it and I felt like shit and I had to go to the emergency room. Like, this has actually happened. And I was like, why? Oh, well, you know, the dosage you gave me, like I wanted to burn more fat faster, so I doubled it. And I was like, dude, you were already at like high adult male dosage. Like, you went to the ER because your heart was gonna fucking explode because you shouldn't have taken so much of that shit. And so that's why I'm saying I would really recommend following what the labels are saying and also following what your body's saying, because even if the label tells you you should take 3 of these a day and you feel like shit, or your heart's racing, or you just don't feel good, then I would lower the dosage or get off of it, because at the end of the day, it's not worth. Like I said, same thing when I took like ephedrine. It was the same thing. Literally, my heart was going fucking crazy, and I was like, nope, I ain't fucking with this shit. It's not gonna work for me. I took the lowest dosage and my heart's racing, so I got off of it. So you really gotta follow your body and pay attention. Now from there, as far as like supplements that I recommend, I don't really have anything like specific as far as like that I like to take. I have 2 things here with me that I have no affiliation with these companies. I wish that I did, at least with one of them, because it's a dope company. But I'm gonna show you, so just so you can see what it is. So one of them is called Lipolyze. It's by Speech and Nutrition. It's a non-stimulant fat burner, and that's really what I would recommend for most people. Is if you can get a non-stimulant fat burner, that's the way to go. The reason being is that most people are having enough caffeine or pre-workouts or whatever else already. I mean, even if you don't think that you are, think about how much caffeine or cups of coffee you're drinking. If you're drinking more than 3 cups of coffee, three or more cups of coffee a day, you don't really need a stimulant fat burner. You're going to start doing damage to your central nervous system. You're going to increase your blood pressure. You're going to start damaging your heart a little bit. It's not going to have good, beneficial long-term effects. So I would really recommend something like Lipolyze or another like non-stimulant fat burner that isn't going to fuck up your blood pressure, that isn't going to mess with your heart, that isn't going to mess with your thyroid, that isn't going to make your heart feel like it's going to beat out of your chest, especially if you're taking caffeine. If you're not drinking caffeine, you're not having pre-workout, then sure, a regular stimulant fat burner is going to be a great way to go, because at that point in time, you're not really getting any stimulants, you're not getting caffeine, you're not taking a pre-workout. So yeah, I mean, if you have a little bit of caffeine or something else in your pre-workout, it's not really going to be a bad thing. Again, just follow the label. Don't be taking, you know, double the dosage thinking, oh, I'm going to burn fat faster, because I promise you, you might burn fat faster, which also going to fuck your shit up faster too. Now, another good one that's not really a fat burning supplement, but I think that it's very helpful for regulating your actual your insulin levels, which will actually help with fat loss. And again, no affiliation. They will not affiliate with anybody because of the company and the direction it's going. But you really can't see it. So it's called Chromax Chromium Picolinate. So the one that I have is like a 1 time a day supplement. The reason why Chromium, specifically Chromium Picolinate, is so helpful is the fact that it actually will help regulate your insulin levels. So when your insulin levels don't spike from like having carbohydrates or sugar in your meal, it'll help keep your insulin levels more steady, which will help your metabolism be at a higher rate, keep your system like where you're not storing more body fat, because when insulin spikes, your body's going to want to store body fat, so you want to try and avoid that. So something like Chromium Picolinate is helpful. I do the Chromax because you can take it one time a day. If I'm being really honest with you, you should probably just take a regular Chromium Picolinate or a regular Chromium. The reason being is you could take it with every single meal and not have adverse effects. It would actually be more beneficial for your insulin levels throughout the day. I just do this because I know myself and I'm kind of lazy and I hate taking supplements or pills. So it's easier for me just to take one in the morning with like a multivitamin and call it a day. From there, as far as other things, if people have questions, and I always say that I have questions like later on, like in the video, like after I'm done doing the actual video for YouTube. But if you guys have questions about other supplements that you want me to look at, or that you want me to like give you my like opinion on or advice on, I definitely can do that. I would also again tell you that there are a lot of things out there that are gray market, whether they're SARMs, whether they're fat burning supplements that don't exist on the shelves anymore, but you can still get, whether it's other types of drugs like that. You just need to be very, 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 very careful, because on the back end, you can have some very negative side effects with your blood pressure, with your heart health, with your thyroid health, and you need to be really, really careful. So if you have questions about those things, feel free to ask me. If you don't want to ask live, I completely understand. You're more than welcome to DM me, because I understand it's like, do I really want to ask about ephedrine, which isn't really legal anymore? Like, I get that. Like, I understand, but I'll give you my honest feedback from the stuff that I've taken, because again, I feel like I've pretty much taken everything aside from doing like speed or fucking meth, to be 100% honest with you. The other thing I tell you is just be aware of shitty fat burning supplements, because there's a lot of them out there that like say that they're really, really good for fat burning. And they have stuff like Garcinia cambogia and like, what is it? Green coffee bean extract, raspberry ketones. A lot of those things are bullshit. If you really look at, if you really look at the studies, you're gonna see that the studies were done with, a lot of times they're done with like obese people who haven't exercised in however many years. They start exercising, they get on a healthier diet, and they take a supplement, which feeds back into the beginning of the video. You're never really gonna know if it was the supplement that helped them burn more body fat, if it was the fact that they did a little more cardio, they were more consistent, versus like the other group that didn't take the supplement. And also like, you really got to realize like everybody's going to respond differently. So there's a lot of supplements out there that claim that they're going to help you burn more body fat, but in reality, they're really not going to. Sorry, my camera's got a little notification. They're really not going to. So just do your research. And again, like just avoid shitty supplements, which sounds so dumb, but like do your research, Google it, make sure you know what you're buying. And if it's a single supplement, like unless it's fucking caffeine pills, or like I said, like ephedrine or yohimbine, something like that, it's a little bit stronger. If it's a single supplement that's like a natural supplement, like I know caffeine can be natural, but like most stuff they sell you in the store is not natural caffeine, regardless of what they tell you. You need to realize most of that stuff's not really going to be as effective. You're going to want some sort of blend. Again, another thing I would tell you with buying like a fat burner, avoid proprietary blends. I don't like proprietary blends. I actually hate them. The reason being is you don't know how much you're getting of what you're getting. So you might be getting, let's say it's 1,000 milligrams of 10 different things. And the first thing might be like fucking vitamin C. And you might be getting 900 milligrams of vitamin C, and you're getting the other 100 milligrams that's left over is divided up between 9 other things. So just be aware that proprietary blends are kind of like a shitty, shady way to hide. And if companies aren't using proprietary blends and they are telling you what they have in their stuff, do a little bit of research on stuff, see what's actually in it, and then go from there. So that's pretty much what I have for the actual video. Just some quick information, some quick tips. Again, I don't want to do fitness videos where they're super scientific or super in-depth. If people want to ask questions about stuff more specifically, I love to answer them. Not a problem. You can DM me however you want to ask, but I just don't feel like for the sake of helping a holistic audience, I don't really want to answer specific questions, and I also don't want to give like specific dosages for stuff because I just don't feel like it's moral in my humble opinion. So that is it for today's video. The idea behind this channel is to help 100 million people. I say this in every single video because it's completely true. I know it's a big number, but that is the goal that I have set for myself. It started at 100,000 and then 1 million, and then it was 100 million. I just kept on jumping up because I realized that I want to be doing this for a long time. I want to be improving people's lives. Not only in fitness, not only in relationships, not only in their careers or school, whatever it may be. I just want to improve people's lives holistically, regardless of age, regardless of whatever else is going on in their lives. I want to meet people where they're at and help them out with their questions. So Just like today's video, someone asking me, one of my friends, for advice. So if this video is helpful for you, if you feel like it'll be helpful for somebody else, I would ask you to please share it, whether you share with them directly, tag them in it, whatever you want to do. I would greatly appreciate it just because it will help spread the word and knowledge and positivity a little bit faster. So that's what I have for today, guys. If you want to ask any questions to me live about this topic or any other topic in the future, live streams Mondays and Wednesdays and Saturdays, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Or if you want to ask me directly, you can DM me or message me on any of the platforms that I'm on. Literally, Coach Ethan Dean. Doesn't matter. You'll find it, I promise. And you can message me on there. On whatever. So that's what I have. So for the YouTube friends out there, guys, thank you guys for watching. I'll talk to you guys real soon. Stay healthy. Stay safe. Have a good night, guys. Bye.